This is by far the hardest update I have ever had to deliver. It changes a lot of things about whom we have all been supporting since the death of Tyrone Davis Jr. It completely flips the script. And it raises a lot more questions than answers. I want y'all to listen very closely, because this will break your heart as it has broken mine. In the midst of fighting for justice for Dro, Polo has come out with some revelations about the Davis family. A lot has now come to the surface. I don't even know where to start. Because of the complexity of this update, we're going to have to break this into two parts. Before we start, this is True Crime Unraveled. And we have a lot to unravel here today. To everyone watching on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok, we see you. We read every comment, every theory. Keep them coming. And to those of you sending super thanks on YouTube, you are our motivation. You keep this channel alive. You keep these stories from being buried. Thank you. Now get your cut water, because what you're about to hear changes everything. Polo went live recently, and he dropped bombshell after bombshell. The first one, the Davis family did not start the hashtag Justice for Dro movement in Gainesville. They joined it. Let that sink in. The people from Gainesville started it. Polo's partners started it. They were the ones with boots on the ground from day one. The Davis family came along because they saw the movement gaining traction. They saw what was happening. They reached out and said they wanted to be a part of it. But the world thought that they were the originators, that they were leading the charge, that they were the ones fighting. According to Polo, that's just not true. They didn't create that movement. That happened in Gainesville because people from Gainesville created that. They just took a part in it. And that's where it began. So from the very beginning, the story we were told had cracks in it. Remember when Auntie Tasha went live and said she had seen video footage of Tyrone at Papa John's? Remember how she described it in detail? Remember how Tyrone's father was there in the background co-signing everything she said? According to Polo, that was a lie. According to the facts, you never seen no video footage. There was no camera footage pulled. The police never even pulled camera footage. They never even showed the police camera footage. Not one time did you see Dro on camera at Papa John's. Not one time did you ever see Dro on camera in a hotel. Think about that. The police never did an investigation. They never pulled footage from anywhere. So how could Tasha have seen something that didn't exist? Polo says he confronted them about this. He reached out to Natalie. He reached out to Tyrone's father. He told them, correct this error. Be transparent. Clean it up. I advise you to correct your error. I even reached out to Natalie and told them and Tyrone to have you correct your error when you told the world that you've seen all this. But did any one of y'all do it? No. They knew it was a lie. They knew the world was operating on false information. And they did nothing to correct it. Then there's the money. The infamous $250,000 that was supposedly moved from Tyrone's account while he was brain dead. That number became a rallying cry. It was repeated on every live, in every comment section on every blog. But according to Polo, that number was never verified. You wasn't truthful about that either. For you to put that stamp on $250,000, you had to see that. You never seen inside that account. That was a lie. You never seen how much money was inside that account. He says he stopped talking about the money because he knew the truth was going to come out eventually. And when it does, it won't be pretty at all.
My account is how I operate my account. I just want to clarify a couple of things before I get into this live. But I want people to understand this right here. Real is rare. Real is rare. People will smile in your face, act like they fuck with you, achieve their ultimate goal, and act like they were doing everything the whole time. In reality, that's not what's been taking place. I seen one girl, I can't think of her name, but I can't wait to go find her comment where she made a statement saying, well, how you think Polo was getting all his information? Well, the Davis family wasn't just feeding Polo no information. No, I mean, you may have told me about the hotel, but you never went to the hotel. You may have told me about, hey, this person was here first or whatsoever, but you didn't intensely investigate that person or talk to that person. Like, you may mention certain things, but the boots would never apply on the ground. Let's be honest. Nobody has entered Gainesville, Alachua County, since January. Let's also be honest that they wasn't the ones who set up that event for Dro in Gainesville. That was my little partner. My little partner orchestrated that whole thing that happened in Gainesville. They came along because they seen the movement. They seen what was happening. And they inboxed them and told them they wanted to join in. They didn't create that movement. Let's be honest. If people want to know the truth, they didn't create that movement for Dro. That happened in Gainesville. That was because people from Gainesville created that. They just took a part in it. And that's where it began. So you got to know the footwork. You got to know the blueprint of where it originally came from. So people outside looking in, they made it seem like that. But that's not the truth. Real boots were never applied on the ground from down south. It was applied on the ground from Central Florida. Always have, always been, and even to this day, it's still the same. If we gonna be honest. So when people throwing rocks, make sure you know the real truth before you jump on my timeline. Make sure you know the real truth, who was really behind the initial start of the movement for justice for Dro. Make sure y'all understand that. And this is facts, not fiction. Everything I'm saying is facts. I stamp it. I stamp it. Let's don't. When it came about, and people needed reinforcement, that's when they reached out to me from Gainesville. Gainesville reached out first. People from Gainesville. That's when I came aboard. Or whatsoever became a louder voice. That's when I took over Facebook and grabbed everybody from around the nation. Polo did that. When Gainesville reached out, when that girl reached out, I told her, all right, I'm going to handle that. Let's be honest. See, the thing about it is, people sit back and allow people to say whatever. Because we figure that people going to be grown about shit and keep it all the way P. So you got to value the opinion and thought process of people who originally was there. Originally had boots on the ground. But you didn't. Everybody wanted the fame and clout from it. But y'all wasn't the originators. And once again, I also have said previous that it don't matter about who started something. It's about who apply the boots on the ground. Well, apparently, the people who started it and the people been applying pressure is the same people, a part of the same team. Regardless of how much we may dispute or go back and forth with each other, we were part of the same team. That's why they reached out to me. You had the world tricked to believe. Tricked to believe. Okay, when it started blowing up on Facebook, all right, that's when I ended up talking to Tyrone or whatsoever. Me and him got straight. I felt it, but it was already personal to me. When I had got the scoop on everything, it was personal. I said it from day one. A lot of people don't know who played what role in this situation. That's why people from Gainesville were telling people from Gainesville to stay out of it and let people down south handle their own business. But it didn't happen like that. People maintained their ground. They just played more of the background, and I became the voice. I became the person who spoke. I became that person that they knew they couldn't break. No matter what anybody said or who came against me, they knew that Polo is a nigga that you just can't break. Regardless of what you say, regardless of what you throw at him, he's the type of nigga that he live for the trolling. So you can't troll him. So here we go. Fast forward time. Tasha, you was on live saying that you watch. You seen all the footage. You seen the people and you seen them in Papa John's. You spoke about the hotel. Y'all seen the videos and y'all spoke about talking about y'all. He was fine. Nothing was wrong with him and all that. You and Tyrone co-signed that. You was on camera. Tyrone was behind the scene, but you clearly hear Tyrone co-signing everything that you were saying. But is that true? Well, according to the facts, You never seen no video footage. There was no camera footage pulled. Know what I mean? According to the district managers and according to the hotel, they never showed nobody no camera footage. They never even showed the police camera footage. So, who telling the truth? You didn't see that footage. You know you didn't see that footage. But you made the world feel like that you seen this footage. You seen everything. And you collaborated and said the Gainesville Police Department had this evidence. Not one time did they have this evidence. Not one time did they have a video. Not one time. Not one time. Not one time did you see Dro on camera at Papa John's. Not one time did you ever see Dro on camera in the hotel. Not one time. You never seen that footage. The police never showed you that footage. And you know how the police never showed you that footage? Because the police never did no investigation. The police never pulled no footage from the beginning. There was no camera ever pulled. And according to the district manager at these places, they collaborate that there was no footage ever pulled. You can't get on camera and you won't get on live and tell me that you watched that video because I have already brought it to your attention and I hope that you did the right thing and corrected your error. I advise you to correct your error. I even reached out to Natalie and told them and Tyrone to have you correct your error when you told the world that you seen all this. But did any one of y'all do it? No. I gave y'all time to be transparent. But did y'all be transparent? No. No, y'all wasn't transparent or whatsoever. So therefore, when I knew the PI situation was coming, I knew you wasn't going to be transparent about that either. Because once again, I told y'all about this. I confronted y'all about this. I exposed and lied to y'all. And I told you that's not smart and that's not right. Because when I found that y'all was lying, I came directly and called y'all about this lie. I addressed this to y'all directly. I addressed this. Know what I mean? And I told y'all this. Do not do that. Do not say that. Clean that up. This ain't the first time. So Tasha, when Tasha go again, for some reason, when Tasha started talking, she don't know how to stop talking. She just keep on going and going and going. And sometimes you just oversay things that you shouldn't be saying. It's cool. You don't like Lulu. It's cool. But also, you also address $250,000. That's the number you put out there and said $250,000 got moved from one account to another account. Well, you wasn't truthful about that either. For you to put that stamp on $250,000, you had to see that. You never seen inside that account. That was a lie. You never seen how much money was inside that account. That's why you couldn't prove or provide any information that pertains to that account. Because you know for a fact that you never seen $250,000 inside that account. That is a fact. I would stamp that. That's a fact. That's why I start speaking on the money, because when the truth come out about the money, then it won't be too pretty. It won't be pretty at all. That's why I stopped talking about the money. When you ask me to do certain things, oh, I did it. But I did a damn great job. And when I did a great job, that's when I realized that you were lying your damn self. See, when you decided to go, I'm going to go hire a PI. I told you that wouldn't be smart. To hire a PI to dig up everything. And to dig up everything, that means that if Lulu go to jail, more people going to go to jail. Not just Lulu, because Lulu won't go down by herself at all. I promise you that. Know what I mean? And that's why y'all trying to put it and paint it just on Lulu when you know that if something was to happen to Lulu, it wouldn't just end like that. It wouldn't just end like that. So here you go. If Polo lying, see, somebody come and say Polo lying. If Polo lying, provide the receipts. Because Polo will always provide the receipts. But you can't provide the receipts because you know Polo ain't lying. Anyways, carry on.
So now we have to ask, if the footage was a lie and the money amount was a lie, what else have we been fed that isn't true? Polo revealed that he and Tyrone's father used to talk regularly. They strategized. They planned. They discussed what the medical examiner might rule before it was even announced. I knew beforehand what the medical examiner was going to say. Me and Tyrone had already talked about that. We had already went over different routes the medical examiner might take. We already knew a week ahead of time. So they were in communication. They were working together. But then something changed. Polo asked Tyrone's father to tell his sister to stop lying, to correct the record. He sent the message. He waited for a response. Her brother never called me back. He had been avoiding my calls. I'm like, damn, why he avoiding my calls? The man who asked Polo to represent them at the city commission. The man who trusted Polo to sit in for the family. That man stopped answering. Polo says he always told Tyrone's father, you need to speak. The people want to hear from you. You're the father. The movement is because you feel neglected. So the people want to hear you. But he never did. Now we get to the part that gets really messy. There was a woman named Lay. She was part of the movement. She was connected. And according to Polo, someone in the Davis family, the implication is clear, was Polo talking to Lay, getting close to her. And not for justice. She paid your phone bill. She put groceries in your house. She gave you money for your pockets. See, you said you were grieving, but you weren't grieving. You were too busy trying to get some pee. Lay eventually got upset. She felt played. She threatened to expose everything. And what did the family do? They pay Lay. They pay Lay to keep it quiet and leave it alone and not bring it to social media. You paid her hush money. Here go the money right here. Leave it alone. Hush money. To keep a scandal quiet. While the world was donating money for justice, Polo says he knew about this before it happened. And when the family paid Lay to stay silent, they also told people the whole thing never happened. They denied it. They covered it up. Here's the part that cuts deep. While Polo was out there every day, fighting for justice, putting boots on the ground, driving hours to Gainesville, spending his own money, members of the Davis family were privately telling people not to follow him, not to listen to him. Polo has screenshots. He has receipts. One of her partners sent me screenshots of him conversating with her, telling her, damn, you told me not to listen to him, but you all in here live posting your Cash App. And yet, they were on his platform, using his reach, posting their Cash Apps, collecting donations from his followers. Polo confronted Natalie about this. He called her directly. Natalie's response was, it depends on when it was said. I ain't gonna say she said it. I ain't gonna say she didn't say it. That was her exact words. Not a denial. Not a correction. Just a deflection.
Carry on. So, when I was talking to Dro, Tyrone, me and him had an understanding. I knew beforehand what the medical examiner was going to say. Because some of our kids, I had already talked to Tyrone about this. And we had already went over different routes that the medical examiner might take place or the medical examiner might go. We had already talked about that, spoke about that. So we was already prepared for what the medical examiner going to say. I didn't need no update or what's up from them. We had already knew a week ahead of time, to be honest, being straightforward. Me and Tyrone used to always politic and talk. Oh, bro, I ain't again what you got going on. Go ahead and do what you do, know what I mean? Remember, the movement ain't get strong until I took over Facebook. Regardless if they want to say it or not, I took over Facebook. You couldn't shut me down. But the world ended up coming on Facebook. And the only reason why they ended up jumping from other bloggers and stopped paying attention to other bloggers is because Polo made more sense. Polo brought receipts behind what he was saying. And Polo always had the receipts. 700, 800 people ain't subscribed just to subscribe. They ain't just pay to subscribe just because they feel like getting inside a private chamber. They got inside the private chamber because they know inside the private chamber, a lot of things made more sense. So, the situation happened to Tyrone. I'm like, I've been trying to reach out to Tyrone. More I did. I'm telling him. I text Tyrone. I still got the text messages. But I told him, I say, tell your sister to stop lying. Tell her, know what I mean, that take that statement back. I have the screenshots. I had the receipts. What's up? Because you know I ain't lying, because to Natasha, if she real and if she truthful and she an honest person, she would tell you that. I text her brother or whatsoever, and her brother told her, well, you know, Polo was trying to text me, tell me something. But also, what she gonna tell you is that her brother never called me back. He may deliver the message to you, but he never called me back at all. He had been avoiding my calls. So I'm like, damn, why he avoiding my calls? I'm trying to get him to go live and speak because the people want to hear him speak. People are doing these cards and all this stuff, donating their money, and all they want to hear from him. No, because you the father. The movement is because you feel like you were neglected and you feel like people left you out. So the people want to hear you. So that's why I'm calling. I have always told him this from day one. And if he's truthful and if he's real, he would tell you the same thing. If he a man, he would tell you from day one. Polo had always told me to speak because that's what the people want to hear. This is no lie. This is facts. But instead, do we pay attention? No. Do we listen? No. So I'm like, damn. So I released the subscribers. Remember, none of this was acting. The crazy activity didn't happen until I posted on my page the subscribers inside my channel. That's when the bloggers start moving. People start shifting. People start acting funny. People start doing a lot of crazy things. So I'm like, well, you know, it don't take nothing. They keep it real. Polo being hurt. Polo not hurt. Polo stand on business. Polo transparent. I could never be hurt. The people that gonna be hurt is the people that lied to my followers, lied to the people that wasn't transparent to the people. Them the people that gonna hurt, not Polo. Never that. Polo always on point, and I always deliver. So what happened was, so I'm like, damn, why Lay feel the way she feel? May I remind you, the reason why that movement happened in Gainesville is because Lay orchestrated that. Lay put it together. I had the screenshots for that too. Lay put it together. Lay decided to do something under the bridge. Lay orchestrated that with other people. They came together. Nelly ended up jumping to her inbox. Natasha jumped to her inbox and told them, well, you know, they want to be a part of it. They want to join in. But nobody spoke about it. The people who really started the movement, they didn't get spoke about. But that's who started it. That's who restarted. So here we is. I'm like, damn, what's going on? I'm in Gainesville. This around the time that I come down there and they called me. Tyrone called me and tell me, bro, we politic. He like, man, bro, I need you to go down there, North Minute City Hall. The City Hall meeting. So I get down there to the City Hall. I said, all right. Before I get there, I said, man, I'm going to clear where I'm at. And I'm going to do the dash. I'm going to get down there. I'm going to handle that for you. You know what I mean? Yo, we need somebody to sit in for us, whatever. All right. I'm going to get down there and handle it. Remember, when they went live, they were bashing the other side about them not being truthful, them not being honest, about them not telling the truth or inviting them in for them to be a part of it. That was the narrative. Everybody stood behind them on them feel like they were being mistreated. You know what I mean? That people weren't telling them what happened and what took place. Remember that? So I get down, I'm doing 120. Get down there, me, my black, Lay. The beginning team was down there. So here I am. I'm in there, we sitting there. I didn't go in there to harass nobody. I ain't going in to hire nobody. I actually was there because they asked for me to sit in. Regardless of how I knew the press was going to feel inside the room, you asked me to do some request. I grant your request, I'm going to be there. That's why no time did I argue with nobody inside the City Hall. That was pointless. That's not why I was there. I wasn't there to create conflict or confusion. I was there because people asked me to show up. So I showed up and sat there. Even when the other side went at me and said what they said, I sat there quiet. It wasn't no point to say nothing. Even after the fight, after leaving there and sitting there and politicking, on the phone talking, relaying the message, everybody seen what happened because it was all on goddamn internet. So I'm like, damn, I wonder why Tyrone and Lay acting the way they acting. I wonder why What the fuck really going on? I paid no mind. I brushed it over. So one time I was on live and I was talking and I was reviewing the information and giving y'all an update, trying to figure out why this happened here from this angle to this angle and showing y'all where the EMT had came from. Fast forward time. Tyrone stopped speaking. Tyrone stopped calling. Tyrone stopped answering the phone. I'm like, damn. So I'm wondering why now late tripping. Come to find out, you ain't come down there necessarily for justice for Dro. That wasn't your main thing of going down there. Was it? No, it wasn't. It couldn't be. You know what I mean? Because at some point in time, that's when I dig and I find out the real truth. And when everything hit the fan, so they bringing my attention, hey man, they ain't keeping it real with you, bro. They ain't keeping it real. My blood ain't keeping it real. Big time ain't keeping it real. They feel some type of way. They saying shit about you. Ty saying shit about you, and he ain't keeping it P. That's how it came to me. I had been addressed this. Once again, I addressed this on the phone. Talked to him on the phone. They denied everything. He denied everything. Ty said, oh, I ain't never say nothing. So, I'm like, I give a nigga the benefit of the doubt. I give a nigga the benefit of the doubt. Cool. So the real thing is, when I end up seeing everything, seeing the receipts, so I'm like, damn. I play in the back of my head. I'm like, damn, dog, I'm up here front line. You right. Don't nobody owe me nothing but to keep it real. So you in my comments, you can move on, bad boy. You owe me realness. I don't give a fuck how nobody feel. If I keep it real with you, and I'm front line for you, the least you could do is keep it all the way blunt with me. Don't smile in my face like we on the same team and we really not. Don't do that. Don't be on my live portraying to the world that we on the same team just to get followers. Remember, with the followers came donations. That's what it came. And I'm going to get to everybody one by one. So what happened with Lay is that you play up on the lay. You play up on the lay. This is where you went wrong at. And this is where I really started to dig, is when you played up on the lay. You play up on the lay, right? Even though she did whatever the fuck she all communicated vibe. But you had this girl not only sent you pictures, she sent you money. She paid your phone bill. She put groceries in your house. She gave you money for your pockets. See, you said you were grieving. And because of what's going on with Ty. But you weren't grieving. You were too busy trying to get some pussy. The whole time, you supposed to be keeping it real with me. We politicking. You pillow talking to Lay about me. Not knowing I knew Lay before you. But you politicking and pillow talking, trying to get some pussy. So when Lay made her statements on her page about, nigga, run me my pay, run me my money, oh, I'm going to put that shit out there. What y'all do? See, this is the part y'all talk about. You went justice for Dro. You were trying to get some pussy. You try to play up on my team. Regardless of what me and my team go through, our purpose was to push justice for Dro. That's when I found out that people got alternative motives. And I still give motherfuckers opportunity to clean that shit up. I give people opportunity to clean it up. Even on the phone, I gave people opportunity. Bro, clean that shit up. Let's get back focused. But you didn't. You admit you're wrong because you say that, man, I'm a man. So, you did all that shit that was irrelevant. We had a mission. I snapped on Lay in Gainesville because the simple fact is we were down there trying to get documentary or shit was going on. Me and my block and Lay. And Lay had my phone and she would bullshit around the phone. And I had went off on Lay, go off on her, but I caught an attitude because we here for business. And that's when everything started to unfold, when I started making phone calls to you. See, you can't downplay a person if you pillow talking to that person. You can't downplay somebody on the phone with me if you turn around pillow talking to that person. That don't make sense. It's not smart, it's not logic. So as we continue, we go ahead and handle our business down there. We end up meeting that one person. Remember, the same person that reached out to Natasha and talked to Tasha, and Tasha supposed to meet them. Or what's up, Tasha was supposed to come down there and meet them, but never came down there and met them. That's when everything started coming out, that you had got pictures of the girl. The girl paid to get your phone turned on. The girl paid to get y'all some groceries. The girl paid and gave you some money for your pockets because she thought it was genuine, whatever y'all were communicating about. But it wasn't. Then you allowed your girlfriend, your old lady, who the fuck she is, to get Lay's phone number and call Lay and harass the girl. I don't know why that was smart. That wasn't smart at all. It wasn't. And everything I'm saying, fights. Know what I mean? It was fights. And that's the reason why I stayed so focused on getting receipts and boots on the grind. And I kept applying pressure and telling y'all boots on the grind what needed to be done, because apparently y'all minds wasn't never fully focused on the mission. But we ain't gonna talk about how Polo really was trying to keep everything together and weed out the bullshit. So when you had your girl, know what I mean, get Lay's phone number and call Lay's phone, Lay was pissed off about that. You played with Lay. Lay felt some type of way. So Lay was ready to put that shit on the floor. So you know what your family do? You know what Tasha and Natalie and them do? They pay Lay. They pay Lay to keep it quiet and leave it alone and don't bring it to social media. You pay her the hush money. Pay her, hey, here go the money right here. Here go the money. Or whatsoever, leave it alone. But the thing about it is that when you pay her to leave it alone, I had already knew about it. Instead of y'all doing the right thing and diffusing that and telling people they're wrong and that shit had never went like that and correcting a person, y'all decided to pay a person not to speak on it. Because you know why? Y'all decided to pay them because y'all ain't want the following to navigate from around y'all. That's why. For anybody who say Polo lying, everything Polo speak is fights. There's no lie told. See, the thing is, Polo been keeping it real from day one, boots on the grind. Anything you asked me to do, I did it. If we had to follow up on something, for whatever reason, y'all couldn't make it. Remember, y'all haven't been in Gainesville since January of 2026. We in middle of March. Not one time did y'all make it back up there. Secondly, that lady, the lady that tried to reach out to y'all, or whatsoever, the lady that y'all were looking for, the lady who named Natasha and say that, know what I mean, that she was trying to call her. Remember that same lady that people were trying to say were paid actors? Well, that same lady screamed Natasha's name. But the thing about it is, I didn't just talk to the lady by myself. I actually called Tyrone on the phone. That's why I told y'all, when y'all looking for a PI and all that bullshit, I'm not pressed by the PI because everything was already done already. They knew this. They were just lying to the people. I kept pushing transparency because I wanted the truth out there. I want the real truth. I gave you enough time. We talked about this on the phone, but y'all wouldn't listen to me. You're going around, you're telling people not to listen to me. But everything that I'm doing and people I'm really talking to is shit that y'all threw out there. Not everything, but some of the things. Y'all ain't never...
The Davis family raised money for a private investigator. People donated. Polo's followers donated. The world donated. But Polo says there has been zero transparency about that money. If you don't want to tell people who the PI is, then provide the receipts showing that you paid for the PI. provide documents showing that people's money was spent on a PI. But that wasn't provided. None of that was provided. He says the family told him they didn't have to tell people. They didn't owe anyone an explanation. You're wrong. Anytime you accept money from the community, you must be transparent with the people who support and fight for you. Especially when those people put boots on the ground. Especially when those people sacrificed. And what did the Davis family sacrifice? What boots have y'all put on the ground? Nothing. Y'all was supposed to come up there, but y'all didn't. Y'all was supposed to talk to that person, but y'all didn't. Everything that y'all criticized them people of doing. What did y'all do to back up what y'all were trying to do? Nothing. So where does this leave us? Let's be clear. This is not about whether Polo is right or wrong. This is about the Davis family coming forward and debunking these claims if they are false. Because right now, these allegations are too messy to ignore. We have false information about footage that never existed. We have false information about money that was never verified. We have hush money paid to keep scandals quiet. We have family members telling people not to follow the very man who was fighting for them. We have donations collected with zero transparency about where that money went. And through all of this, one question keeps echoing. Where is Rena Demps in all of this? We criticized her for isolating herself. We questioned her loyalty to her son. But now, looking at this mess, maybe, just maybe, her isolation was justified. Maybe she saw something we didn't. Maybe she knew that standing with the Davis family meant standing in the middle of a storm she wanted no part of. We don't know who is right anymore. We don't know who is wrong. All we know is that the case is messy. The people are messy. And the truth, the real truth about what happened to Tyrone Davis Jr. is buried somewhere underneath all of this drama. The only thing we can be sure of is that justice for Dro is no closer today than it was in December. And that's the real tragedy. This is only part one. There's more. A lot more. In part two, we're going to talk about the boots that never hit the ground, the protests, the witness testimony that was never corrected, and the uncomfortable question of who really failed Tyrone Davis Jr. Drop your theories in the comments. We read every single one. And to those sending super thanks, you are the reason we can keep digging. Thank you. We are True Crime Unraveled on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. It's True Crime Unraveled TV. Stay tuned for part two. This story is far from over. Justice for Dro.
So when the movement began, one thing I always stand on is having receipts. I believe in receipts. I have always been like that. Even when I troll, even when I do court things, even when we were bullshit on Facebook, doing trial with relationships or personal matters, and we were just trolling each other, I always stood on receipts. That was always the key to anything I ever did, was having receipts, because hearsay don't mean nothing. Anybody can say something about something because they don't like them. But I always stood on having receipts. That was always my key advantage to anybody, because I brought receipts. The only reason why I have over 700 subscribers inside my private chamber is because I bring receipts. I still stand on that same thing to this day. We ain't gonna talk about it if I ain't got receipts. And if I'm wrong at any point in time, I'm gonna always come back and correct it. I'm gonna correct my error. I would not let people believe something that's inaccurate if I find out the truth. Or I find out that I'm wrong about how I said certain things. So when people came aboard, people were like, one mission, one band, one army, we gonna rock out. Well, we gonna stand on business. I was all for that. If we gonna stand on business, we gonna handle that. We all in, let rock. It's for a good cause. The man ain't deserve to die like that. He ain't meant to happen like that. He had good intentions. His heart was good on what he had going on. When I found out everything, to me, it just hit a little different. Because, the same person that's involved in his situation is from the same place of the girl that was involved in my situation. Happened around the same time, around the same area, might not be the same year. So it hit a little different. Everything I'm saying is facts, not fiction. I was a victim in my own case. victim, witness, all that shit the same thing. The victim is the witness. The only person who know what the fuck took place is the victim. The difference is, Dro no longer here to tell this story. I'm here to tell everything that transpired with me. I said it from day one. Full transparent on why I came on board. Full transparent. It was never about the views or the money. I've been trolling. I do that spontaneously. I just troll a lot of bullshit. This time I was going to troll something that made sense. It had a cause. It had a purpose. I thought people were being genuine to their cause. I always said a long time ago, the worst thing about advocating and fighting for people is finding out that people really ain't got the fight in them. And all of it just a facade. And you find out that the people you fighting for really don't have your back like you think. But I was already prepared for that because I had already seen that. It's like I've been here before. I ain't new to this shit. Seen it time and time again. In the beginning, here come Tasha. I observe everybody. Regardless of what I feel about the other side, I admit it and I told them what they was wrong and what they should have did. I addressed that because I've been on board. Playing the background before I became vocal. So, here come Tasha. Y'all all on these bloggers. I hear everybody in the background, so I know everybody who in the video. I have nailed down everybody that was in the video, even when I couldn't see the person, I recognized their voice. And I had matched their voices, so I know who was all a part of the video. When you did understand this right here, even with a PI, you evaluate everything. You never just look at one side. Because guess what? The shooter, the killer, the perpetrator might be on the same team that you playing on. So you never just look at one side. You never just pay attention to one side of the field. To do that would be naive. But to say it up front would be foolish. So you just sit back and you pay attention. Because sometimes the perpetrator might be right up under you. Stone cold fights. So here come Tasha. Here she go. Know what I mean? Y'all telling me, and I meet y'all, conversate with y'all, everything supposed to be all love. Everything that you're projecting is supposed to be fights. Everything you're projecting is supposed to be somewhat accurate. Because you have created this energy in the atmosphere. You have created this energy that has turned love into hate out the gate. It's a big ball of hate in the atmosphere, and all of it is directed on Lulu. Everybody hate and rage is put on Lulu. Nobody focus is on justice. You can't get your answers and try to put somebody and prosecute at the same time. You must first get your answers, then you do prosecution. That's just how the procedure works. You can't convict somebody before you get your information. You can't convict somebody before you know exactly what took place. So you got to get all that done first before you get the prosecution. But if you pay attention, nobody really wanted to do the homework because everybody was too busy trying to prosecute. Everybody's got this ill attention to Lulu because, okay, Lulu may have pulled Dro away from the auntie, the friends, the baby mama. So all of them feel some type of way against Lulu being the fact that she had pulled Dro away from them. Well, at some point in time, know what I mean, y'all push Dro away from y'all, your damn self, because of your ways, how you act, or everything you put him through. Money and motivation was the keys to the case. He had already laid it out. Everything he was going through, how people were making him feel, or whatsoever. See, and if you pay attention to it, then you'll know exactly what was transpiring. Y'all didn't, you know what I mean? He didn't embrace Lulu because that's what he wanted to do. He embraced Lulu because he had no option to. When you put somebody against the wall and you make him feel like that love ain't really real, it's not genuine, or what's him, the only person around him is making him feel like the love is genuine, then that's the person he gonna flock to. That's the person he gonna cling to. That's the person he gonna give all to. Everybody else gonna be removed from out the picture. There will not be no extra giveaways. There will not be no trips. There will not be no shopping sprees. There will not no, can you drive my cars? It won't be no, let me hold this money. It won't be no, we can hang and chill. It'll be a lot of things that won't happen. Because once people realize love ain't genuine, they start moving different. The only person I believe, and I have said this 1,000 times, is the reason why I said this, is the only person I feel that he genuinely had a bond with, that he actually loved, and they love each other, was Gabe. That's the only person. They bond was genuine. They actually showed it. Time and time again, if you pay attention to all his movements, and every time him and Gabe were together, you could see the love was genuine compared to when he was with everybody else. Everything else was forced. It was put there. It was unfit. The puzzle like pieces that didn't match up. But nobody paid attention to that. Nobody paid attention to that. So here we go again. When everybody took the world and went against Lulu, nobody will focus on what happened at the scene, the cabin, the bridge, the hospital. None of that. Because if you was, then guess what? You would have been standing on business from day one. You would have had boots on the ground from day one. But that's not what took place. You couldn't wait to go live and bash the girl's name. You couldn't wait to go live and say that she never called you, even though at one time you said she did call you. Then you turn around and say she never called you. You got to pay attention to the words that you say on social media. Because one thing about social media is, if you let it sit too long on your account, somebody got a copy of it. Somebody recorded it. Somebody got a piece of it.